when we would suggest sending events client side versus server side, and what would be the use cases for those?
So there are a couple of criteria which would help you decide whether to send an event from client side versus server side. So generally, what we recommend is wherever there is a user interaction level engagement, it's always better to have that from the client side. So for example, button clicks, menu navigation, all of these items, they should be tracked client side. But when it comes to responses from the server side, so for example, if a user clicks on a login button, maybe the click is tracked on the client side, but then the successful login is tracked via the server side. So that's one, a user interaction, an action that is taken by the user should be tracked on the client side, and then a response, whether success or failure, should be tracked on the server side. What we also recommend is that server side events are more accurate in terms of their storage compared to client side events. Because on the client side, there could be users who have cookie blockers or ad blockers, or their browser does not track the interactions. So whenever you're looking at KPIs, which you want to report on, so for example, if you're tracking revenue, if you're tracking number of transactions, or if you're tracking number of signups, it's always best to track those from server side so that they are 100% accurate. And if you've built dashboards and reporting on Amplitude to report on the exact numbers, then make sure that those are all tracked on the server side. So these are the two main considerations which we take when deciding whether an event should be tracked on the server side or on the client side.
One quick follow-up to that is the login example is a really interesting one where maybe you have a clicked login on the client and then a login successful on the server. Are there ways to make sure that, for example, clicked login always happens before login successful, even though one's happening on the client and one's happening on the server?
Yeah. I mean, even if the event is recorded, let's say the client-side event is recorded later on, the timestamp of that event is generated right at the time of interaction. So even if, let's say, the client has not sent the event to Amplitude, but the server has already sent the event to Amplitude and the client has a, let's say, 10-15 second delay, the timestamp that comes in with the event trigger is the correct timestamp. We've never seen cases where the server-side event, if it's supposed to be triggered after the client-side event, it gets recorded before the client-side event, because the event timestamp happens right when the event is triggered, not when the event is recorded.
Okay, got it. Actually, one last quick question. If you do send a server event, the other thing we've noticed is that, for example, you're not necessarily going to get the platform with it. And I think we often have a lot of platform specific issues. iOS or Android wrote some code differently than the other one. And do you have any recommendations on how to bridge that gap? So again, maybe login, it might be a good example where if we're saying we want to look at login successful, but we also care about whether it happened on iOS or Android, how do you manage that?
Yeah, so this is more of a, I would say, broader question. So a lot of times what happens is that there is certain information that is not available with a server-side event. So for example, session IDs are not available. There is a lot of client-side information that is not available. So what we generally recommend our clients to do is for all of these identifiers or properties, we ask them to fetch them from the client, add them to your server, and then when you are triggering your server-side event, you add those as properties to your server-side event. So for example, in your case, if somebody is attempting a login from your iOS client, you can always send the value for the client to your server. And then when you are triggering the server side event, you can add that as an event property.
Got it. Thank you.